welcome everyone to this evening's meeting of the Finance Committee on June 28th, 2021. Meeting's being recorded and we can begin. It's a pretty impromptu agenda this evening. I think we're going to defer acceptance of minutes, right, Lisa? Linda?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
So we'll defer that to the next meeting till time when they're prepared. So we have some line item transfers that we need to review. Sandy, do you want to take us through those?
Yeah, so it's just the one that came in. It's for Council on Aging's electricity expense. They want to move $95.03 from their expense account to Pope Tavern electricity. And the reason is they just came up short. She has the last bill to be paid, and she was $95 short and 3 cents. So she called me today and we got it in. The other ones that we thought we were going to need, we did not need. So it is just this line item transfer today.
This one. Okay. So could I hear a motion to transfer $95.03 to the COA account to cover electricity?
So moved.
Second.
Great. Roll call vote. Cheryl?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Drew?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
And myself is a yes. Did I miss anybody? I'm doing this on the phone.
No, you're good.
Okay. All right, great. The motion carries. So that piece of business is taken care of. Next up on the agenda was so that's it, Sandy, right? For reserve fund transfers, a line item? Okay, great.
Yep.
So I know we have some correspondence that came in just to be recorded, and we will take that up at the next meeting. Is that correct, Linda?
Yes. So you got the correspondence I sent out on the application and the letter for the new water commissioner. And then the selectmen will be making a vote whether or not to recommend for additional vacation and an additional step at their meeting on the 13th, and we'll be making the vote on the 12th. So everybody can look it over, get a chance to look it over before they make any recommendations.
Okay. So on July 12th, we'll review the personnel packet and make any recommendations we need to for BOS on the 13th, correct?
Correct.
Right. I just wanted to, I understand that one of the things he's asking for is for vacation time. And currently, and you can read the wage and personnel bylaws, but I don't believe there is a way in the wage and personnel bylaws to grant him what he's asking for. So that's something to pay attention to. It sounds reasonable, but if we don't have it actually in the bylaw, I'm not sure that you can do it.
Right.
Okay. So I presume he's got accrued vacation at his prior job, or earned entitlement, and we're coming up short on that for a new employee.
It looks like he's looking for more. He's looking for an additional week a year.
Right.
Okay.
I'm not sure
Probably.
that might be right. I read it as getting 2 weeks right off the bat in the sense of coming in and having 2 weeks in his vacation account.
No, my understanding is what Sandy said is correct, or what they asked is, Joe said, I'm sorry, is correct, is that he's looking to get an additional 3rd week right off the bat.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically changing it from 2 weeks to 3 weeks a year.
Okay.
Right. And the way we do it currently is that we accrue vacation time so that we get a certain number of hours every month.
Right.
So he wouldn't even have the full 2 weeks till the end of the year. So if he's looking for it, I'm not sure, I didn't see the letter, but if he's looking for it up front, I'm not sure that's something we can do, just because I don't believe we've left ourselves that option in the bylaws.
Sandy, where can I find the wage and personnel bylaws?
If you go into the town website and go under wage and personnel, there is a link there, right, Charlie? I believe there's
Or
a
even
link.
or even the town bylaws. If you click on the town bylaws link on the front page, and you'll see the entire slate of bylaws. It's chapter 35.
Yeah, I think
Chapter
the one
35.
under wage and personnel on the website is not a full set of the bylaws. So if there's any questions, you can always get a full set paper copy in the town.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, the way I'm reading that letter is that on his hire date, he wants a week paid leave.
Mhm.
So he doesn't want to wait to accrue 2 weeks. He
Okay.
wants a week and then accrue the other 2, which would basically, to me, says that he wants 3 weeks a year, but he wants 1 week available the minute he starts.
That's not how I was.
Okay.
Well, we can take it up on the 12th. Everybody read it carefully. Read the bylaws if you get time. If there's no provision in the bylaw, then we're back. Then we're boxed out. And if there is, then I'd want to know kind of what his current entitlement is and why, what his rationale for it is, which might be that it may have already earned 3 weeks at his current role.
Yep.
Yeah, it's 3527, just if anybody's looking for it.
Good, thanks. Any public participation?
Do we need to do anything with that letter that you sent as well, Linda, about the library?
Nope, I just put that in there too, so you could look it over as well for the next meeting, really. It all just came in as court. That was just in the box today. They're just telling you that they're looking to hire somebody new, and because finance now oversees wage and personnel employees, I think they're just letting you know that they're going out to hire for that position.
Yeah, so we'll put both on the agenda for the 12th. That way we get time to read everything and take a point of view.
And we have to decide tonight about Michael or Todd.
Yeah, it wasn't on the, I didn't see it on the agenda, but I know that was, I was going to leave that to the,
It
to
is
them, but
on
we
the
should-
agenda that was posted. That's the email that I sent that I said that there was a slight change. It was on the.
Oh, got it. All right. I seem to have 2 copies of the first
Yeah,
one.
they
Sorry
revised
about
it.
that. Okay. So we should take this up. Maybe I'll start the discussion just doing it on straight ordinal. I mean, I think we have, in consideration of Michael or Todd for membership on the Finance Committee, I think we've got 2 great options there. And on that basis, my view is Michael was in first,
Yes.
sort of a, first in, kind of first out thing. Capital planning. I did some work on that this year. It is a very interesting committee. So I think Todd will serve well over there. So my recommendation, and maybe before we take a vote, my recommendation would be that we invite Mike to join the Finance Committee, with Todd joining Capital Planning, and we have a rare case of having an excess of people who are willing to serve. So maybe just discussion among the rest of the group, Joe or just anybody. What do you guys think?
I agree with
like
that.
Michael. Yeah, I agree too.
Yeah, I agree. I agree as well. I think that's a good way to go.
Okay. Okay, why don't we go right to a roll call vote then? Joe?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Can someone make a motion to have Michael join the Finance Committee?
So moved.
Second.
Great. Okay, roll call vote. Joe?
Yes.
Cheryl?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
And Drew?
Yes.
And myself is a yes. Michael, welcome to the Finance Committee. We are very pleased to have you join us.
Charlie,
think
can I just ask, is that on the agenda for the selectmen in their meeting?
I don't believe it. Actually, let me look.
I don't think he's on, Tom.
I was gonna say, I already talked to him.
They did talk to him, and I think that Charlie said they could take the vote separately from you guys. But I just want to make sure that he's going to be on the agenda.
So it says Finance Committee and Capital Plan Committee, possible decision on the Finance Committee and Capital Plan Committee. So the board selectmen can vote tomorrow.
Okay, fabulous. Thank you.
Good. Okay. Motion carries. We're all set there. Any public participation? I think our calendar is pretty well, hearing none. I think our calendar is pretty well sorted out.
We do. We have the 12th and the 26th scheduled currently of July.
Got it. Okay. And then just any other business? Anyone?
No, I was just real quick, Tom. I was just reading that section under the vacation, and I mean, there's nothing that says you can't, but there's a clear table that tells you length of service or what you can get. So, it's kind of it's a fuzzy, area, I guess. You'd have to still. I don't see how you could do it without making some sort of amendment to it. And does it then in turn become a precedence?
Right.
Right. You don't want to do that.
No. So I think we all should read it. I suspect you're right, Joe, that we're boxed in.
Yeah.
Charlie, there's no precedence that we should look at for prior service credit
No.
at another municipality?
Well, the only time that's happened is when we're dealing with personal contracts, for instance, with the chiefs.
Yeah.
And that's outside wage and personnel. There's no provision to allow it in the wage and personnel bylaw right now. Not saying it can't be amended at some point, but that would be next May.
Sure. Okay. So I think, Joe, you're right. We'll defer that vote till the 12th, but it sounds like that's the way it's going to go. Is that in the context of making a decision on this individual, is that too long to wait?
Well, I know that I think the plan is he's going to be starting not this week we're in now, but after the 4th of July. I'm not sure that his own decision, whether to work here or not, is contingent upon those two things. One, getting the vacation, and two, having a starting salary other than step one. I just don't have
Charlie, typically, and maybe I just don't know this. What's the length of service between 12A step 1 and 12A step 2?
1 year.
Here.
Yeah, so he's still technically starting up a step, doesn't even put him into the next vacation category anyway. You have to be here 5.
Yeah, vacation is at 5 years is when you get 3 weeks.
Right. That's a tenure-based thing, not a step thing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was just trying to collate tenure between 12A and 1 and 2, just to see what that time period was, to see if it even made sense, but it doesn't. And it doesn't necessarily in the letter say it's a contingency on him coming to work. It's more of the water department actually saying, we want to stay competitive. We should think about doing this. But I don't know what that does with the future of him or anything. If he's coming to work right after the 4th, it's going to be passed when we're going to vote on it anyway.
Well, that's what I was concerned about. If it's not a contingency of him joining, he's given up that leverage, really, and we'll go by the bylaws. Okay, so if everyone would come with your perspectives on that on the 12th, and we'll vote it. Charlie, if something comes up that makes this more urgent, we can always convene quickly if we needed to.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Any other business this evening?
Yeah.
Could I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, roll call vote. Mike?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Cheryl?
Yes.
Drew?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
And myself, Tom, is a yes. Thank you very much. Meeting is adjourned, folks, and we'll see you on the 12th.
Okay.